out the garage today, I came across this poem, short story that was in a box of my grandmother's things. And I want to read it. And in light that it is Black History Month, I wanted to read it to y'all because, I mean, it's gold. What if there were no black people? This is a story of a little boy named Daniel who woke up one morning and asked God, what if there were no black people in the world? Well, God thought about that for a moment and then said, son, follow me around today and let's see just what it would be like if there were no black people in the world. Get dressed and we will get started. Daniel ran to his room to put on his clothes and shoes, but there were no shoes and his clothes were all wrinkled. He got ready to iron, but when he reached for the ironing board, it was no longer there. You see, Sarah Boone, a black woman, invented the ironing board, and Jan E. Matzinglinger, a black man, invented the shoe blasting machine. Oh well, God said, go and do your hair. Daniel searched for the comb to comb his hair, but the comb was not there. You see, Walter Sammons, a black man, invented the comb. Daniel decided to just brush his hair, but the brush was gone. You see, Lydia O. Newman, a black female, invented the brush. Well, he was a sight. No shoes, wrinkled clothes, hair a mess, without the hair care inventions of Madam C.J. Walker. Well, you get the picture. God told Daniel, let's do the chores around the house and then take a trip to the grocery store. Daniel's job was to sweep the floor. He swept and swept and swept. When he reached for the dustpan, it was not there. You see, Lloyd P. Ray, a black man, invented the dustpan. So he swept his pile of dirt over in the corner and left it there. He then decided to mop the floor, but the mop was gone. You see, Thomas W. Stewart, a black man, invented the mop. Daniel thought to himself, I'm not having any luck. Well, son, God said, we should wash the clothes and prepare a list for the grocery store. When he was finished, Daniel went to place the clothes in the dryer, but it was not there. You see, George T. Samoan, a black man, invented the clothes dryer. Daniel got a pencil and some paper to prepare the list for the market, but noticed that the pencil lead was broken, as well as he was out of luck because John Love, a black man, invented the pencil sharpener. He reached for a pen, but it was not there because William Purvis, a black man, invented the fountain pen. As a matter of fact, Lee Burridge invented the typewriting machine and W.A. Leavitt invented the printing press. Both were black men. So they decided to head out to the market. Well, when Daniel opened the door, he noticed the grass was as high as it was tall. Remember your high top? You see, the lawnmower was invented by John Burr, a black man. So they then made their way over to the car and found that it just wouldn't go. You see, Robert Spikes, a black man, invented the automatic gear shift, and Joseph Gamble, a black man, invented the supercharged system for internal combustion engines. They noticed that the few cars that were moving were running into each other and having wrecks because there was no traffic signals. You see, Garrett A. Morgan, a black man, invented the traffic light. Well, it was getting late, so they walked to the market, got their groceries, and returned home. Just when they were about to put the milk away, eggs and butter, they noticed the refrigerator was gone. You see, John Standard, a black man, invented the refrigerator. So they put the food on the counter. By this time, they noticed it was getting mighty cold. Daniel went to turn up the heat, and what do you know? Alice Parker, a black female, invented the heating furnace. Even in the summertime, they would have been out of luck because Frederick Jones, a black man, invented the air conditioner. It was almost time for Daniel's father to arrive home. He usually took the elevator from his office on the 20th floor, but there was no elevator because Alexander Miles, a black man, invented the elevator. He usually took the bus, but there was no bus because its precursor was the electric trolley, invented by another black man, Elbert T. Robinson. He usually dropped off the office mail at a nearby mailbox, but it was no longer there because Philip Downing, a black man, invented the letter drop mailbox, and William Berry, a black man, invented the postmarking and canceling machine. Daniel sat at the kitchen table with his head in his hands. When his father arrived, he asked, "Why are you sitting in the dark?" Why? Because Lewis Howard Latimer, a black man, invented the filament within the light bulb. Daniel quickly learned what it would be like if there were no black people in the world. Not to mention, if he were ever sick and needed blood, Charles Drew, a black scientist, found a way to preserve and store blood, which led to his starting the world's first blood bank. And what if a family member had to have heart surgery? This would not have been possible without Dr. Daniel Hale Williams, a black doctor who performed the first open heart surgery. So if you ever wonder, like Daniel, where we would be without blacks, well, it's pretty plain to see. We could very well still be in the dark. And that's just a few of their inventions. If you gained any insight from this, please pass it on so that others may grow. And at the very bottom it says, in spite of me, God keeps blessing me. I am so grateful for all that he is to me, all that he means to my life, and all that he wants to be. There's no author on this. Happy Black History Month.